Hello, and our team one, will be looking at a business model of sharing economy, two cases from Taiwan, a case study, and particularly a blue ocean strategy and sharing economy case study, and how we relate it to Uber Eats and their sharing economy. So before we dive into a bit about the conclusion and recommendations from the case study, we first need to know a little bit about the case study. So it kind of explores how consumer to consumer mobile online auction platforms in the sharing economy use blue ocean strategies or BOS to achieve business model innovation, focusing on both value creation and cost reduction. Now, obviously, blue ocean strategy creates new markets, makes competitors obsolete, captures new demand, breaks cost value trade offs, and pursues both differentiation and cost, while a red ocean kind of competes in a market, tries to beat competitors. Siphons existing demand, makes cost value trade offs, and chooses between differentiation and cost. Now, with the rise of Web 2.0 and user-generated content, the sharing economy has transformed traditional business models by emphasizing collaboration, information sharing, and enhanced user experience. Now, in contrast to the red ocean strategy, which involves obviously competing in existing markets, blue ocean strategy seeks to create new, uncontested market spaces through value innovation. Now, to kind of understand how blue ocean strategies innovate within the sharing economy, the authors of the case study examine two major Taiwanese online auction platforms, specifically Carousel and Yahoo Auction. Um, Carousel, a startup known for its mobile-driven and user-friendly marketplace, and Yahoo Auction, a long-established platform that once dominated Taiwan's online auction scene. And the research based on these two quantitative cases aims to answer two key questions. What strategies do online auction websites adopt, and how does Blue Ocean strategy help explain their strategic goals? And second, how can a mobile online auction platform achieve value innovation? Now, again, as I said, it gets kind of a quantitative, qualitative case study approached, uh, involving document analysis and semi-structured interviews with company managers to assess the current strategic practices put in place at both companies and to kind of see their innovative outcomes based on their relative history. So with that being said, the results from the case, first starting with Carousel, they did successfully apply blue ocean strategies. It created a new consumer to consumer market space focused on community and social engagement. It enhanced user experience by adding social and offline interactions, such as you can interact with groups for people with similar interests on the app. You can engage with those who are selling a particular item that you may be interested in and share a common view. And you can also participate in meetups with these individuals who share common ground and common interests in particular items. It also achieved low cost differentiation, basically reducing logistic costs while providing high value services. It developed a company culture which emphasized teamwork, humility, and innovation, all while minimizing operational risks. And lastly, Carousel did a good job in creating new customer demand and established niche markets, essentially a pillar to a blue ocean strategy. Now, fast forwarding to Yahoo Action, they kind of went a different way in terms of their history and relative competitive edge. It was initially a market leader, but in the latter half, it's lost its competitive advantage due to high transaction fees and lack of innovation. Its strategies became kind of reactive rather than innovative. Obviously, this is what left it in a red ocean situation where they were competing with high intense competition. Um, and while it focusing on mobile markets, it did neglect value creation, leading to a loss of differentiation. And while it did obviously leave themselves into a red ocean where they're always competing against heavy, hard-hitting competitors, the study did suggest that Yahoo Auction could regain some ground by leveraging its brand reputation, organizational transparency, and experience to emphasize quality assurance. Basically, address one of the main challenges in the sharing economy, which is unpredictable service quality. And this unpredictable service quality can kind of be seen in a Canadian kind of case where we'll be looking at later in the presentation, particularly with Uber Eats and some delivery services where sometimes you do have some unpredictable service quality. So looking forward to the managerial implications. Um, for successful blue ocean creation, a organization must have a clear vision, B, communicating this vision effectively to employees, and lastly, align strategies with that vision. Innovation must be ongoing as successful models are easily limited or imitated, such as we'll touch later, Uber or Uber Eats, often copied by competitors. And basically, to avoid slipping into red ocean competition, like Yahoo Auction did, businesses should continually differentiate, adapt, and reinforce their unique value propositions. So overall summary, kind of the case conclusion. Um, Carousel is an example of an organization that is successful with blue ocean strategies and an industry innovator, while Yahoo Auction did have a competitive edge at the beginning, illustrates how cost inefficiency and a lack of innovation can ultimately cause a red ocean and competitive decline. The findings do emphasize that in a sharing economy, long-term success relies on strategic agility, clear vision, and continuous value innovation centered around a blue ocean strategy. I will now pass it off to my secondary team member, Safan, who will take over and look at particularly a Canadian company engaging in the sharing economy, Uber Eats.
Airbnb showed us how a sharing economy company can use blue ocean strategy to overcome skepticism, create trust, and redefine travel. Now let's look at another player, Uber Eats, and explore how it could apply similar principles to transform Canada's food delivery industry. Uber Eats is a part of a modern sharing economy, connecting restaurants, delivery partners, and customers through one digital platform. It operates in more than 100 Canadian cities and is one of the country's top delivery apps. But the challenge that the market faces is it's overcrowded, with DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, and others all fighting for the same customers. Uber Eats now faces what we call a red ocean. In red ocean, you have intense competition, low differentiation, and price wars. So the question is now, how can Uber Eats Canada create a blue ocean where competition becomes irrelevant? In the Canadian market, food delivery apps are almost identical. Some restaurants, same promotions, and similar fees. The results? Profit margins are shrinking, customer loyalty is weak, and sustainability pressures are growing. This situation mirrors Yahoo Action in our paper, which lost its leadership when it stopped innovating and relied too heavily on transaction fees. If Uber Eats continues focusing only on discounts and speed, it risks the same trap, competing endlessly in a saturated space. That's why they need innovation. They need something that makes them different, something that makes them more capable than their competitors, so that the market shifts towards them rather than their competitors. The blue ocean strategy proposed by Kim and Moborn focuses on creating new market space through value innovation. Not just innovation, value innovation. Offering high value at low cost. Instead of fighting for market share, a blue ocean firm expands the market itself. For Uber Eats, that means shifting from being a delivery service to becoming a food experience platform. It's not just about bringing food faster, it's about creating meaningful experiences that connect people, communities, and local businesses. In our research paper, Carousel succeeded by building community engagement and creating low cost, high value experiences. They went beyond transactions. They built trust, communication, and even social interaction among their users. Yahoo Action, on the other hand, failed because it focused on high fees and reactive strategies instead of innovation. For Uber Eats, the lesson is clear: build trust, keep innovating, and connect users through shared value and not just convenience. In the Blue Ocean Strategy Framework, vision and organizational agility are what sustain innovation once a company identifies its opportunity. Many businesses can come up with creative ideas, but very few can keep innovating consistently without losing direction. That's where vision plays a central role. For Uber Eats Canada, the vision could be something simple yet powerful, like connecting communities through food. This statement gives meaning beyond delivery. It positions Uber Eats as a platform that brings people together, supports small businesses, and celebrates diversity in Canada's food culture. Note that the vision only matters if it's shared across every level of the organization, from engineers in Toronto to restaurant partners in Kamloops to delivery drivers in Vancouver. When everyone understands why they are doing what they do, innovation becomes easier, faster, and more aligned. Carousel's case in our research paper is a great example of this. The company's culture emphasized teamwork, humility, and experimentation, allowing them to adapt continuously and innovate. Uber Eats can mirror this by creating internal innovation pods or similar project terms that experiment with local partnership. Agility also means learning fast and adapting even faster. Instead of spending months building large-scale projects, Uber Eats could test small pilot programs, for example, a carbon-neutral delivery week in one city. In a fast-moving digital industry, what differentiates winners from imitators isn't just technology, it's how quickly they can act on customer feedback and market changes. Finally, this vision and agility need to extend to partners too. Uber Eats can hold quarterly partner innovation sessions where local restaurants share what customers are asking for, what's working and what's not. This co-creation mindset builds loyalty, reduces friction, and creates a sense of shared ownership in the innovation. Let's translate that vision into concrete strategic moves. First, expand boundaries. Move beyond meal delivery into grocery, catering, or community kitchen collaborations. And second, build emotional connection. Promote, support local campaigns, and highlight Canadian food diversity. This could help a lot. Third, co-create with partners. Develop loyalty programs with restaurants and eco-friendly suppliers. And fourth, leverage technology. Using AI to personalize menus or track carbon footprints for sustainable options. These moves don't just improve delivery, they transform Uber Eats into a holistic community platform, a true blue ocean ecosystem. Customer expectations are evolving. They no longer just need speed, they want personalization, authenticity, and meaning. By redefining its customer journey, Uber Eats can go from being a transactional app to a relationship platform. For example, AI could suggest healthy local options or support small family run restaurants nearby. This adds emotional and social value, creating a lasting bond between the user and the brand. From a managerial standpoint, the key insight from the paper is that innovation must be continuous. Carousel's success and Uber's own global challenges show that imitations happen really fast. So leadership must constantly reinforce innovations through training, communication, and incentives. Managers should ensure that culture support risk-taking and creativity, not just operational efficiency. Ultimately, alignment between the company's vision, people, and partners is what sustains a blue ocean strategy over time. So to conclude, let's tie everything together. Throughout this presentation, we have seen how Blue Ocean Strategy allows companies to escape fierce competition and instead create their own unique space in the market. In our research paper, we saw how Carousel used innovation, culture, and vision to open new markets, while Yahoo failed by focusing on competition rather than creativity. Uber Eats Canada is now at a similar turning point. It already has a strong brand recognition and technology, but those alone aren't enough anymore. The market is too crowded and everyone is offering the same service. To move forward, Uber Eats must redefine what it is. It can't just be another delivery app. It must become a platform that connects, communicates through food, a hub for culture, sustainability, and local entrepreneurship. Think about what that could look like. A university student ordering a meal from a small family owned restaurant on campus, or a local chef live streaming a cooking demo through the app. A user checking their carbon footprint after choosing an eco-friendly restaurant. These are the type of experiences that go beyond convenience. They build connection and meaning. Blue Ocean Strategy teaches us that lasting success comes from value innovation, offering something that is both unique and beneficial to the society. If Uber Eats can provide social value through sustainability, inclusivity, and support for small businesses, while still maintaining operational efficiency, it can achieve both differentiation and low cost at the same time. This approach doesn't just help Uber Eats compete, it makes competition irrelevant. It gives the company a morale and cultural edge that purely transactional platforms can't replicate. Looking ahead, Uber Eats has the chance to lead Canada's sharing economy into its next phase, one built on trust, community, and purpose. The best way to beat the competition is to stop trying to beat the competition. And that's exactly what Uber Eats can do. By sailing its own blue ocean, powered by vision, innovation, and the simple yet powerful act of bringing people together through food. Thank you.